It's a rematch of the 1927 World Series on the tabletop today as the Pittsburgh Pirates take on the New York Yankees. This is week 3 of my Great Teams of the Past Season 2. It's game 2 of a 4-game set between the Pirates and Yankees. Yankees won the World Series in 1927 in 4 straight games over the Pirates. They're looking to duplicate that here. Yankees already won game 1. Pirates went up 2-0, and we're up 2-0 heading to the bottom of the 7th. The Yankees only had 3 hits in their first 6 innings, but Pat Collins led off the bottom of the 7th with a solo home run, and then in the bottom of the 8th, Tony Lazzeri and Joe Dugan had RBI singles to give the Yankees the lead. Pirates put the tying run on second base with 1 out, and then on third base with 2 outs in the ninth. Couldn't bring him home, so Yankees won game 1 3-2. So the Yankees now stand at 6-3 on the season. The Pirates have dropped to 1-4. Earlier in week 3, the 1930 Cardinals swept the 1922 Browns, and the 1920 Indians and the 1929 Cubs split a 4-game series. Still to come, the 1922 Giants will take on the 1925 Senators. So, starting lineups for today, leading off for the Pirates, played center field, Lloyd Wainer. In left field is Clyde Barnhart. Right fielder is Paul Wainer. Shortstop's Glenn Wright. Third baseman's Pie Traynor. Second baseman George Grantham. First baseman Joe Harris. The catcher is Johnny Gooch. On the mound for the Pirates is Lee Meadows. Meadows 0-1, 2.25 ERA in his one start so far this season. For the Yankees, Earl Combs will lead off and play center field. Mark Koenig is the shortstop. Babe Ruth is in right field. Lou Gehrig's the cleanup hitter and plays first base. Bob Musil's in left field. Tony Lazzeri's at second base. Joe Dugan's at third base. Pat Collins is the catcher. And Urban Shocker is the starting pitcher. Shocker 2-0 after 2 starts with a 4.58 ERA, looking to become just the second pitcher so far to begin the season with a 3-0 record. Should mention in game 1, not exactly murderer's row for the Yankees. Their 1 through 5 hitters, all a big offer. It was the 6, 7, 8 hitters who came through, had all 6 of the hits. Pat Collins went 3 for 4. So let's get game 2 underway. Lloyd Wainer to lead things off against Urban Shocker. Wainer hitting just 190 on the season, went 1 for 4 in game 1. And he will hit a ground ball on the right side, taken by Tony Lazzeri over the first, 1 away. It's Clyde Barnhart, 319 in real life, 316 right now through 5 games. Had 3 hits yesterday or in game 1 for the Pirates. And he gets things started with another hit here today. So Barnhart, his 4th hit of the series already. He's on first base with a single. And now Paul Wainer comes to the plate. Wainer batting .294, 0 for 3 in game 1. Fly ball into center field. No problem for Earl Combs. 2 outs. Cleanup hitter Glenn Wright, hitting just 150 through 5 games, 0 for 4 in game 1. He hits it well, though, and he gets to roll on his second column. And he hits one down the right field line into the corner. Ruth chases after it. Barnhart speeding around the bases. They're going to wave him home, and he will slide in safely. And the Pirates have struck first. Glenn Wright into second with the double. Clyde Barnhart scores, and it is already 1-0 Pittsburgh in the top of the first. They also scored a run in the top of the first in game 1. Couldn't hold on to that lead. Pie Traynor comes up, 2 outs, runner on second base. And Traynor comes through. He singles into right. Glenn Wright is into third. They're going to wave him home. He is safe, and it is 2-0 Pirates for the second straight day. That'll bring up George Grantham, 176 hitter, 0 for 3 yesterday. Ground ball to short. Koenig throws it over to first for the third out. So the Pirates get things started 2 runs on 3 hits, and the Yankees already facing a hole here. Earl Combs will lead things off against Lee Meadows. Combs batting .270, 0 for 3 yesterday. Ground ball right side. Second baseman Grantham has it. Over to first. 1 out. Mark Koenig's hitting .171 this season. 0 for 3 yesterday. This time, however, he will single into right field, giving the Yankees a base runner with 1 out. So here's Babe Ruth, 0 for 2 yesterday. Began the week tied for the league lead with 5 home runs. Chick Hafey of the Cardinals has since hit his 6th. But Babe Ruth, 345, 5 home runs through 9 games. And he will look at a couple of balls, 2-0 count. Ground ball to short, looks like a double play ball, right to Grantham, on to Harris, double play. So Babe Ruth is into the double play, and that is the end of the first inning. We go to the top of the second, with the Pirates leading 2-0. Joe Harris leads things off, hitting .188 through 5 games. Did have 2 hits in game 1. Well hit ball to center field, but Earl Combs will track it down and make the catch for the first out. Johnny Gooch hitting a team low 125 through 5 games, 0 for 4 in game 1. And almost identical to Harris. Well hit ball into center. Catchable though. Earl Combs has it for the second out. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Lee Meadows. He went 1 for 3 at the plate in his first start. This time, though, shocker. Actually, let's see, not a strikeout. Meadows does make contact, but for the third straight batter, sends a fly ball into center field. Combs has it again. 1-2-3 inning for Urban Shocker. That'll bring Lou Gehrig up in the bottom of the second. Gehrig hitting .314, 0 for 4 in game 1. 8 of his 11 hits this season so far have gone for extra bases, including 2 home runs. Reroll that red die. And Gehrig is aboard with a leadoff walk. So here's Bob Musil now before an 0 for 4, an 0 for 4 performance in game 1, was the league's hottest hitter. He was hitting .515 through the first 8 games, down to .459 after game 1. 12 of his 17 hits have gone for extra bases, including 9 doubles and 2 homers. So Musil, nobody on and 1 out. And he does it again, singles into right center field. Gehrig's going to motor his way to third base. Musil has a base hit. Yet another hit for the league's top hitter. And then on the first pitch, Musil steals second. And the Yankees have runners on second and third. Nobody out. Tony Lazzeri comes to the plate. Lazzeri hitting .194. Went 1 for 4 in game 1. We are going to say it comes up. Pittsburgh's playing back this early in the game. Won't matter here, though. Ground ball to third. Gehrig's going to have to stay put. Trainer throws it over to first for the first out. Now Joe Dugan. Dugan hitting just 143, but did have 2 hits in game 1. Pops it up, left side. Trainer calls for it, and that's out number 2. So here's Pat Collins hitting just 219, but did have 3 hits in game 1, including a home run. And he comes through the 33, get a second roll. Good chance this game is tied. And in fact, he will hit a ball into left center field. Gehrig will score. They give Musial the green light. Play at the plate. Musial slides in safely. Collins advances to second on the throw home. And we are now tied 2-2. Here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Urban Shocker, 0 for 4 at the plate in his first 2 starts. Fly ball to right. Paul Waner has it. Side is retired. So the Yankees tie things up 2-2. Pat Collins having a big series. And now the Pirates come back to the plate. Let's see, it was the first inning. Pittsburgh scored 2 on the right double. And the trainer RBI single. Okay. And the Yankees even things up on the Collins 2-run single. We are 2-2. Now in the third. Lloyd Wainer to lead things off. Wainer grounded out the first time to start the game. Hits it well. Earl Combs, though, runs it down for the first out. Combs seen a lot of action out in center field so far today. Here's Clyde Barnhart. Got things started with a single. He is 4 for 5 in this series. This time, though, again, hits it into center field. No problem for Earl Combs. And there are 2 outs. What are the odds? I think Earl Combs has made the last 5 outs. Paul Wainer's turn now. He'll hit it well. He gets to roll in his second column. Hits it hard into left center, but Musial's going to get it back in there quickly, and Paul Wainer limited to a single. 4th hit already for the Pirates. That'll bring up Glenn Wright, RBI double in the top of the first. Glenn Wright's going to do something good here. 66, roll on his second column. And hits it into center field. Wainer was going on the play. Wainer will make it into third base. Glenn Wright is aboard with a base hit. And that will put runners at the corners for 2 outs for Pie Trainer. RBI single in the first inning. Can't do it here, though. Ground ball to third. Dugan has it. Over to first. Pirates are retired. So we go to the bottom of the third. Earl Combs leading things off for the Yankees. He is 0 for 1. And he gets his first hit of the series as he lines one into left center field. He's got a single. That'll bring up Mark Koenig. He's going to look to sacrifice, see if he can get a runner in a scoring position for Ruth and Gehrig. He is successful. Third baseman throws it over to first. And Combs is now at second base with 1 out for Babe Ruth. Ruth grounded out in the first inning. First base is open. They are very careful. Too careful. They walk Babe Ruth. Now there's runners on first and second for Lou Gehrig. Gehrig walked in the first inning, his first time up. Ball hit to Trainer. He can't handle it, and Gehrig will make it on base on the E5. Everybody moves up a base. The bases are loaded with one out. And Bob Musial, the league's top hitter, coming to the plate with the bases loaded. Musial singled his first time up, hitting over 460 on the season. And he does it again. Musial singles into right center field. Combs is going to score. Ruth is going to score. Gehrig will hold up at second base. Bob Musial, a two-run single. The Yankees now lead 4-2. Still just one out, first and second. Tony Lazzeri comes to the plate. 0 for 1 today. Ball hit weakly toward third base. Trainer has to charge. Tries to get the out at first, but Lazzeri will beat it out. Infield single. And now the bases are loaded again for Joe Dugan. Flew out his first time up. We'll say the Pirates play deep, looking for the double play. 2 balls given to Dugan. Drive to center field. It's at the warning track. Lloyd Wainer, though, will make the catch. It's deep enough that Lou Gehrig will tag up and score. And it is 5-2 Yankees here in the third inning on the Dugan sacrifice fly. So that's the second out. So runners on first and second. Here's Pat Collins, 2-run single to tie the game in the second inning. Collins, 4 for 5 in this series. This time, however, ground ball to short. Wright has it, and he gets the third out. 3 more runs for the Yankees, though, and after 3 innings, New York 5, Pittsburgh 2. Here's George Grantham. He is 0 for 1. Ground ball right side. Lazzeri grabs it. Over to Gehrig. First out. Here's Joe Harris, 0 for 1. He hits it well. His ball is in the gap in right center field. Joe Harris is going to make it to second base with a double. I'll put a runner on scoring position with 1 out for Johnny Gooch. Gooch 0 for 1 today. Comebacker to the pitcher. Shocker will throw over to first to get the second out. Harris will move on to third base, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Lee Meadows, who is 0 for 1. And Meadows ground ball to short. Koenig throws it over to Gehrig for the third out. Another scoreless inning. And it is still 5-2 Yankees. Going to the bottom of the fourth. Urban Shocker to lead things off. He's 0 for 1. Hits it into right. Catchable. Paul Wainer has it for the first out. Back to the top of the order for the Yankees for the third time. Earl Combs is 1 for 2. Fly ball into center field. Lloyd Wayner makes the catch. 2 away. Here's Mark Koenig. Single and a sacrifice so far. Drives one into center field, but Lloyd Wayner is going to make the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Meadows. We go to the 5th. Lloyd Wayner to lead things off. Top of the order for the 3rd time for the Pirates. Lloyd Wayner is 0 for 2. Grounder left side. Joe Dugan comes up with it. Throws all the way over to first for the first out. Clyde Barnhart's 1 for 2 today. Pirates' top hitters so far this season, hitting around 320. This time, however, fly ball to left field. Musil makes the catch for the second out. And now Paul Wayner, who is 1 for 2. Comebacker to the pitcher. Shocker has it. Over to first. Another 1-2-3 inning. Bottom 5, here is Babe Ruth, 0 for 1 with a walk. And Meadows strikes him out. Lou Gehrig's 0 for 1 with a walk. Sends one into the right center field gap. It's going to roll to the wall, and Lou Gehrig will walk into second base with a 1-out double. That is Gehrig's 5th double of the season. And here's Bob Musil at a 2-run single in the 3rd inning. He's got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Nothing doing this time, though. Hits a ground ball left side. Trainer has it. Looks Gehrig back to second. Throws over to first. 2 outs. Now Tony Lazzeri, who is 1 for 2. And he, too, hits the ball to Pie Trainer. Trainer throws over to first base, and the Yankees are retired. We go to the 6th. Still 5-2 New York. Glenn Wright to lead things off. Wright, 2 for 2 today. An RBI double in the 1st inning, also singled. Ups it up. Lazzeri will call for it. Makes the catch, and there's 1 out. It's Pie Trainer, 1 for 2. Fly ball to center field. Combs makes the catch for the second out. George Grantham's grounded out twice. And he, too, will hit a fly ball into center field. Earl Combs, vacuuming up everything today, makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Urban Shocker. After a rough start, giving up 2 runs in the 1st, Shockers now put zeros on the board for the next 5 innings. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Leading off the Yankees, Joe Dugan, 0 for 1, had a sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning. He will lead things off with a walk. And that'll bring up Pat Collins, 1 for 2, had a 2-run single in the 2nd. 4 for 6 in this series. Hard hit ball left side. Trainer able to knock it down. His only play is to first. So Collins retired. Dugan, however, advances to second. That'll bring up the pitcher, Urban Shocker. He's going to look to bunt Dugan over to third base. He is successful. Lays it down. Trainer's only play is to first. Dugan now on third base with 2 outs for Earl Combs. Combs is 1 for 3 today. Can't bring him home, though. Combs doesn't get much bat on the ball, hits it back to Meadows. Pitcher throws it over to first, and that's the end of the 6th inning. Still 5-2 Yankees. Joe Harris to lead things off for the Pirates. Harris doubled his last time up, is 1 for 2. Ground ball, Koenig has it at short, over to first, 1 out. Johnny Gooch is 0 for 2. Fly ball to right, no problem for Babe Ruth, and that's 2 outs. Lee Meadows comes to the plate here in the top of the 7th. He's given up 5 runs on 7 hits. And do we look to pinch hit for him? Ooh, a lot of wild guys in the Pirates bullpen, and Meadows is at least a Z pitcher. 2 outs in the 7th. I think we let Meadows hit and keep going, considering the Pirates bullpen. And Shocker strikes Meadows out for the 3rd out. After the 7th inning stretch, the Yankees coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th. Mark Koenig leads things off, 1 for 2, plus a sacrifice bunt. Pops it up. Shortstop Glenn Wright calls for it and makes the catch. 1 gone. Here's Babe Ruth, 0 for 2 with a walk. And he draws another walk. Runner on with 1 out for Gehrig. Gehrig 1 for 2, walked his first time up, doubled his last time up. Hard ground ball left side. Pie Traynor able to make the stop. He has to go to first, and he does retire Gehrig. Babe Ruth will move on to second base. 2 outs for Bob Musial. 2 for 3 today. Drove in 2 runs with a hit in the 3rd inning. Looking to add to the Yankees' lead. And hits it hard, but right at Pie Traynor. Traynor fields it, throws over to first for the 3rd out. We go to the top of the 8th. We haven't seen any runs in a while. 5-2 Yankees. Pirates have the top of the order, Lloyd Wainer, who is 0 for 3. Pops him up. Tony Lazzeri has it for the 1st out. Here is Clyde Barnhart, 1 for 3. He will get on base with a walk. That might be the first base runner in a while for, yes, it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 straight Pirate hitters retired before that walk. So 1 on, 1 out for Paul Wainer, who's 1 for 3. He looks at a couple of balls, 2-0 count. And then pops it up behind the plate. The catcher, Pat Collins, goes and gets it, makes the catch for the 2nd out. 2 outs, up to Glenn Wright here to keep things going. Wright doubled his first time up, then singled, then flew out his last time up. And all he can do is hit another fly ball to center field. Earl Combs will make the catch. And the Pirates are retired. We go to the bottom of the eighth. Here is Tony Lazzeri, 1 for 3 today. Tony Lazzeri, deep drive, opposite field to right. It's over Paul Wayner's head. It's to the track. It's to the wall. It is gone. Tony Lazzeri, opposite field home run. He had 18 of them in 1927. This is his first of the season, and the Yankees now lead 6-2. Joe Dugan's up next. He is 0 for 1. He also has a sacrifice fly and a walk. Ground ball towards second base. Grantham backhands it. Throws over to first for the first out. Pat Collins is 1 for 3, has driven in a couple of runs. He looks at ball 1. Hits it well, but in the air to center. Lloyd Wainer will track it down for out number 2. Urban Shocker comes to the plate with 2 outs. He's 0 for 2, also had a sacrifice bunt. E2 hits a sent ball into center field. Catchable. Wainer has it for the third out. Yankees add 1, now leads 6-2. We're in the 9th inning. Pie Traynor leads things off. He is 1 for 3 today. Well hit ball into center. Earl Combs is on his horse. Combs makes a diving catch for the first out. I'm going to have to go back and look how many catches Earl Combs has made in center field today, and it's been an extraordinary amount. George Grantham is 0 for 3. And now he is 0 for 4. Ground ball to third. No problem for Dugan. And the Pirates are down to their final out. Joe Harris is 1 for 3 with a double. Ground ball right side. Gehrig has it. Flips it to Shocker covering first. And that is the ball game. Final score from Yankee Stadium, the 1927 New York Yankees 6, the 1927 Pittsburgh Pirates 2. For the Yankees, 6 runs on 8 hits. They made no errors. They left 6 runners on base. The Pirates, 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, left 5 on base. 8 hits for the Yankees. Musial and Lazzeri both with 2. Musial drove in 2 runs. Pat Collins drove in 2 runs. Lazzeri and Dugan both had an RBI. Lazzeri had the home run late in the contest. Lou Gehrig, the only other extra base hit with a double. Urban Shocker complete game win, went 9 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, gave up just 1 walk, struck out just 1. Earl Combs had 10 putouts, so 10 of the 27 outs for the Pirates. Fly balls hit to center field. For the Pirates, 6 hits. Only Pirate player with multiple hits was Glenn Wright, who was 2 for 4. He drove in 1 of the 2 runs. Pie Traynor drove in the other one. They had 2 extra base hits, Wright and Joe Harris with doubles. Lee Meadows will take the loss, 8 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, gave up 4 walks, struck out just 1. So as we said at the beginning, the real 1927 World Series, the Yankees swept the Pirates in 4 games. So far, the Yankees have won the first 2 of this 4-game series. Action will shift now to Forbes Field for the next 2 as the Pirates look to put a stop to their slump and the Yankees' success. The Yankees now improve to 7-3 on the season. The Pirates in the cellar are 1-5. So now that this is up, you can go check RogersSportsGames.com for the recaps of this 4-game series, all the box scores, all the stats, and much more. Hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you.